What's happening, y'all? Another day. This is another Monday. We have encroached upon the last week. It is getting down to the wire. It's time to get up. Make sure we have everything memorized at this point. We have our driving skills intact, no damages. Today we worked on basic skills of driving. When you're driving, make sure taking the turn wide, obviously, because the tractor and the trailer suffers from a problem with the trailer not following the line of the tractor, which means as you take a turn, okay, you're turning into the turn, all right, so you're coming up through the turn. Instead of just turning this way, okay, you turn this way, but the trailers are going to drag this way, and that's when the trailer hits the curb. Okay, so it's called off tracking. Basically, that's what we worked on today. We worked on off tracking through basic slim curves, which most time in a tractor trailer and a rig, if we're going somewhere to drop things off, they've overcome that after a while. Enough curves get messed up. The city usually widens out the streets over time. But anyway, we still have to have these skills, you know what I mean? So these skills will be used when we're dropping, picking up loads. We also worked on parallel parking, but on the blind side. That means parallel parking when you're in the rig, all right, you're driving the rig, all right, when you're in the passenger side is on the right, driver's side is on the left, all right, when driving and you look out this window backing up, you got your arm, you know, and you're backing up and you're watching your tandem on the left, that's the right side to be on. But when you're driving, all right, if I'm in the passenger side and I'm on this side of the truck and I'm backing up this direction, all right, this is the blind side. So what happens if you notice I'm farther away, and that's basically the mirror on the passenger side. You don't have as much to see on that side. You still got the same mirrors, but it just looks a little different. So they call it blind side. And we had the parallel park, which is your 2-4-2. So if you pull up, all right, you pull up straight, all right. And if we're trying to parallel park to this side, we're going to turn our wheels to the left, all right, because we want the trailer to go right. So we cock it to the left, and we make the trailer go this way. All right. So what's happening is, as you pull this way, the trailer is going to go backwards that way. All right. And so the trailer starts to go that way. All right. It's difficult to see unless you're actually driving a tractor trailer. So I could actually show you. Give me a second here. All right, boom. So we got our rig right here. We started up. We got in the rig. All right, so let's zoom out on our rig here. All right, so what happened is you're trying to take a turn, right? So let's say we're going this way. All right, and we're trying to back in. All right, because our actual dock is right there, right? All right, so if we look at it from the top, all right, we got the rig and it's trying to go that way, right? So what happens is we're gonna turn our wheels the way we want the trailer to go, right? So we're gonna cock it, we're gonna pass it up, all right, and then we're gonna go this way. So in order to go this way, we're turning our wheels the opposite way. So what happens is the trailer does like that, but obviously we can't keep going that direction. So you're gonna cut the wheels to make it go backwards this way. And if you notice, we're not completely straight in, and we cock the wheels one more time to get the rig straight. All right. So that way we just parallel park. If you notice, we just parallel park. All right. And so if we come out this way, we're turning this way. In the part where I was telling you about the off tracking, so if you notice, this right here is where the trailer is going. But if this were a curve right here, and we were turning out this way, all right, if you don't cut far enough out this way, it's going to hit the curb right there. And so once you're off track, and boom, there it is. It hits the curb, and everything on the inside tips over, boom, and everything you're carrying is all broken and damaged. But that's what we worked on today, and you want your little model to work with, and you can label the parts and all that. What else did we do today? We went over some pre-trip. We pre-tripped on the in-cab pre-trip. Basically, when you start off with the external light check on the rear of the tractor trailer, and the external light check on the front of the tractor trailer. The rear, you have your tail lights and your brake light, but the front, basically, you have your high beam, low beams. That's the difference between the front and the back. Then you still got your reflectors four-way, your running lights, and then the front of the vehicle, you have your amber, and the rear of the vehicle, the red. Went over the coupling pre-trip. We did some front trailer, side trailer, back trailer pre-trip. Suspension on rear drive axle, and suspension on rear trailer. And we also did we did straight backing. Did some of everything today, and as they get close to week 3 and the end of week 3 coming up, we're coming up on test time, so they're testing us on everything, including railroad crossing and emergency stop. And that's basically it for today. As we get closer from the class in front of us, there's a class that begins every week. One guy failed, but you get 3 chances to fail before you have to go renew your CDL permit, which I have a CDL permit right now. I'm trying to get the actual CDL. Obviously, you get your permit first, and that means you can get truck practice drive. We did some long drive today. We probably drove for about 20 minutes apiece, in the big wide circle. But, we got on the highway, went through some neighborhood, went through a school zone, etc. Then we also worked on what else we do today. That's pretty much it. Took a break, did some studying, do some more studying now. Coming up on test time. No one wants to fail. I was talking about the guy that failed. So you get 48 hours to retake after you fail. So basically, if you fail on a Friday, you got to wait till Monday to retake the test. Fail on a Tuesday, you got to wait Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you get to retake the test. And you get 3 chances before you have to renew the permit. But no one wants to do that. No one wants to fail at all, because it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks is money. All right, so you pass the 3 weeks, you don't want 3 weeks to turn into 4 weeks, unless you just got a pocket full of money and you don't really care about studying. It's just a bunch of memorization. And we get there at 7 a.m. To 6 o'clock at night, which no matter what you're doing, you could be sitting on the couch from 7 a.m. to 6 o'clock at night. That's a long time. we sitting outside driving trucks and standing out on the concrete. It's a long day, so basically you get back to the house. You probably got about an hour to study before you need to get some sleep, because there's nothing that cures fatigue except for sleep. You can drink as many monsters as you want. You can drink some Red Bulls. You can drink some Venoms. After that wears off, you're still going to be twice as tired as you were in the beginning. All right, you drink too many of those, you're not going to enjoy how wired up you get. All right, talk to y'all later.